lot of companies right now are looking at the return to work and the work of the future. What should it look like? What is it going to look like? Now, there's no one answer to this. Every organization, and sometimes even every team, has to figure that out for themselves. Certainly, there's going to be 20% of companies where return to normal is exactly that. Nothing is different post-pandemic. And there's going to be 10 to 20% of companies that are dramatically different. They go completely officeless or other dramatic changes. But for most in the middle, it's going to be about degrees of change or changing certain aspects of their work. So as you do this, as you examine the work of the future, the office of the future, of your future, you really have to be clear about what the purpose of the space is and of the engagement of people with the space and each other. So there's really three primary things that you need to think about in terms of the why. What is the purpose of bringing people into an office as you rethink? One is a sense of connection. Now that can be social, it can be about building relationships, building trust, being invested in a team, feeling like you care about that team's success. So how do you create that sense of connection? Now, of course, being in an office is not the only way, so you really have to examine, if we are coming back together in an office, what are we doing with it to help build that sense of connection? What aspects of it contribute to that sense of connection? And make sure you get that purpose right. Second is to evolve culture. Right? We evolve culture through the interactions and the experiences that we have. And so again, how are we using our work of the future, online, offline, in-person, not in-person, asynchronous, synchronous, how are we using them collectively to help evolve culture? And if we're redesigning how people engage at an office workspace, then how are you using that to help deliberately drive the culture that you want? And then third is the opportunity to collaborate for innovation, not just collaborate for execution, because a lot of that can be done asynchronously and even remotely, but really the collaboration that drives innovation. Again, by no means impossible fully remote. Many companies are doing a great deal of that, but coming together in a workspace is often meant to help drive that collaboration that drives innovation, whether that innovation is incremental problem solving or big breakthroughs. But fundamentally, are we designing our workspace? Are we designing our work for the purpose of collaboration to drive innovation? So as you think about your work of the future and your workplace of the future for your organization post-pandemic, think about purpose. What are you designing it for? Think about the sense of connection, think about evolving the culture, and thinking about collaboration for innovation. Certainly there's no one right answer as we examine these problems, but you can certainly evolve your practices for the right answer for you.